I was brought up in an average family. I have two other brothers. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until we were older, and she did everything. She was a Cub Scout person, took care of all the kids over the house. My dad was a very hard worker, and he's worked hard to get what we needed to get to survive and put us through school. But his lesson was really simple. Don't ever prejudice a person because of their race, color, or creed. And he taught me also that all of us should go out and do what we can if you're able to, and help others. I am an international business and financial consultant. I've been in the industry for years, and I was brought up in New England and actually had an upbringing from an average household, and never thought that I would accumulate the kinds of things that I have. But it's much more than material things that interest me. I'm driven by challenge. I've always been driven by challenge. The idea that you can help a person get out of the rat race, a person that's behind the 8 ball, a person that hasn't had the success of most other people, I like to get involved and help them get ahead. In my financial business, I help rich people get richer. But in this business that I got into 24 years ago, I was able to help the average person totally change their life without jeopardizing what they were currently doing. They could start part-time and work in this business and really change their life. My business was to help companies grow from 10 million to 100 million plus. I would do all the legal, all the accounting, and all the financing free. I'd get no fees. I would get a piece of the gross, of the increase in the gross. And so you learn very quickly what to go after. You learn very quickly what companies to look for, what things in a company to look for. When I was first introduced to the industry, I had a friend who was in real estate and introduced me to this industry. He said, "Jerry, could you take a look? I know you're very analytical and you don't like to waste time and you do a lot of due diligence." So I started to look. I said, "What does the company have to do with it?" They said, "Skincare." I said, "Oh, I'm not interested in that at all." They said, "Look, take a look at it. They're doing something totally different. They're first to the marketplace. They're proprietary. No one's ever done what they've done. They have a young management team that knows what they're doing. They're honest. Their integrity is there. Take a look." So I did my homework. I first didn't understand the industry. I had to go to the agencies to find out what's right and what's not right, because I had a preconceived notion that was dead wrong. I thought that some of these companies were working off some kind of gray area. But I found out there were legitimate companies that really did things right and really had products that moved to the end users. And after 6 months of due diligence, I found out that this was much more than met the average eye. And I saw all the ingredients for success that I looked for in the past. And in doing the investigation of the industry, I went to all the agencies and found out there were companies that were doing things right. And this company that I was looking at did. I got involved in that company, and I caught the third phase of corporate growth called momentum. And my income, I made millions and millions and millions of dollars on a residual basis. And for 20 years, you worked the first 4 or 5 years, for 20 years been getting residual income. And that's pretty impressive, but it's because the products really have an end user outside the organization, outside the network. And I retired, semi-retired. I did consulting with the industry for the last 15 years. I'm very analytical. I like to write the compensation plans. And I have yet to find a company that had all the ingredients for success. Everything that you really need to be the next black swan. What's a black swan? It's a company like Google or a company like Apple's iPod. They move in position while everyone is sleeping at the wheel, and they gain market share. And for all those years in consulting, I've never got involved with another company. I worked with the management teams on the inside. I worked with the sales teams on the outside worldwide, helped work in 34 countries, and I never found another company until Qivana. And Qivana, I discovered, somebody introduced me to him. I was working with some of the owners, which I knew, and I started working with them, and I realized this company, I've never seen a company like this. I stopped everything I was doing, everything, and put all my effort into doing it. And you won't be disappointed. I believe that everyone should have a break in life, and you're so lucky if you have your health. You know, I didn't at one time. When I was 19, I was in a physical education accident on a trampoline. I did something I had done a million times, a front flip and then a back flip, and somehow I misjudged my landing. I missed the mat, landed on the wooden floor. When I woke up in the hospital, I couldn't move anything from my neck down for 6 months. When your faculties are taken away from you, I couldn't shave, I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't eat, I couldn't clean myself. I was really frustrated. And then a doctor said to me, you have two choices. You either try to be the best person that you can be, or you can complain and complain for your whole life. If you want to complain about your situation, if you want to complain why this happened to you, or I wasn't born on the right side of the street, or why me, go ahead. But you have two choices, make them. And the doctor walked out of the room, and I never forgot that. It's my driving force. The management team, all 5 owners know what they're doing. It's one thing to get one owner, that, like our CEO, who's run billion-dollar companies and took one of the biggest companies in the world from 10 billion to 23 billion without any major acquisitions. That's pretty great. But all the other 5 owners have been involved in this industry and have been major players. I mean, not in just employee type positions, but in major decisions where they made major moves to take the company worldwide. They know what it's like to run the company. The CFO knows how to open markets, how to do merchant accounts, how to pay everyone on time. That's really, really important to me. If I feel the management team can't run a billion-dollar company, then how in the heck can they possibly be a billion-dollar company? And so I saw that. And the next thing I saw that was really impressive was the compensation plan. It's a hybrid. There's been never any plan that I know similar to this. There's similar plans, but not a plan exactly like this. There's 3 different compensation plans to solve 3 different issues laid side by side. The payouts are outrageous. There will be, in my opinion, huge, huge monthly payouts in the millions and millions of dollars a month for those that want to play. I know that 85% of the people who come in to make a car payment and house payment. I know thousands of others will do nothing. We can't make you successful, but I tell you, we have tools that no one else has in the industry. We're in this unique field called cross-platform marketing. No one's ever done it right yet, and we're combining the internet and online and offline techniques with the relationship marketing, and people just don't get it yet. They don't understand what Amazon has done and what eBay has done. These are called verticalized affiliate programs. We do exactly the same thing, except most of the companies, like the social networks that are out, they're getting thousands of people connected, but it's not monetized. We have been able to monetize it, and we do it in a way that teaches you over 40 ways to do this. We go down 20 different markets to move the products, and it's just incredible what's going on with that. We can't hold on to the products. They're that good, they're that unique, they're that priced right. And the last thing is, we're going to catch momentum. The first stage is formulation, the second stage is concentration, the third stage is momentum, a 3 to 5 year window that happens only once during the life cycle of a company, and then stability. During stability, you can grow 10 to 15% a year, which is very credible. During momentum, you grow 10 to 15% a month for a 3 to 5 year period, and that's where fortunes are made. The biggest satisfaction I get out of this business is having people achieve their goals. Sometimes I see a person get off stage as they're recognized and just want to cry. And the reason is they've worked so hard all their life to get their financial goals, and they got still caught in the financial rat race. And it just thrills me to no end. It's what drives me to help other people get their goals. I've been blessed. It's rare that you can have yachts and cars and travel anywhere you want to go and do it whenever you want. I used to take a week off every 6 weeks, and you can work 4 days and take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. This is a business where you can do a lot of things, and I've watched people totally change their life. It's a thrill to me. I love that feeling.